NASCAR's leadership has faced challenges over the decades. But one thing that has always remained true is at the top, there has always been the France family. The Frances hold control over one of America's biggest sports and entertainment empires in a way that's almost unheard of at this level. While most major leagues in the U.S. started under one person's leadership, none have kept control the way NASCAR has. Still ran like a family business today. It all started in 1935, when Bill France Sr. arrived in Daytona Beach with nothing but a dream. From humble beginnings, he turned his passion for stock car racing into a billion-dollar empire. In NASCAR, unlike the NFL, NBA, or MLB, investors expect almost no control. Frances have always kept full ownership and rule-making power within themselves. In 2024, a new challenge arrived. Front Row Motorsports and 23XI Racing, co-founded by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, are suing NASCAR and its CEO, Jim France, accusing them of violating U.S. antitrust laws. They claim NASCAR imposed restrictive conditions to block competition, monopolized the top level of stock car racing, and unfairly hoarded profits. NASCAR argues back, the lawsuit is just a pressure tactic to force a contract renegotiation. Unlike football, baseball, or basketball, where teams collectively govern the league, NASCAR has always been a benevolent dictatorship under the Frances. There are no drivers' unions, team owners have limited representation. The management style, it's my way or the highway, as described by Bill France Sr. and Bill France Jr. As legendary mechanic Smokey Yunick once said, NASCAR is the Frances. Not only do they control the races, they own the tracks themselves, creating one of the strongest monopolies in American sports history. These claims have been refuted by NASCAR, as they have made willing attempts to allow their tracks to be used by any other racing organization, they state. In early 1960s, drivers led by Curtis Turner and Tim Falk tried to unionize for better pay and benefits. Bill France Sr. shut it down hard. He famously said, "I have a pistol, and I know how to use it." Drivers who supported the union were banned for life. Even with $800,000 in backing from the Teamsters Union, the movement collapsed, and NASCAR stayed firmly under the Frances' control. The biggest drivers' rebellion came in 1969 at Talladega. Amid tire safety concerns, Richard Petty took the reins as negotiator for the Professional Drivers Association. But once again, France refused to negotiate, filling the race with drivers from a lower division and threatening dissenters. In 1972, Bill France Sr. handed power to his son, Bill France Jr., launching NASCAR's modern era. Bill Jr. modernized the sport, bringing in national sponsors, taking races international, and growing NASCAR into a household name. But make no mistake, even with a softer touch, the France family's grip never loosened. In the 2000s, Brian France, who was the third generation of leadership, introduced the playoff system and landed billion-dollar TV deals. But fans blamed him for the declining attendance and losing NASCAR's core identity. In 2014, the Race Team Alliance, or RTA, formed to give owners more of a say, a concept NASCAR had long tried to resist. Unlike his grandfather, Brian allowed the RTA to exist, but tensions remain. In 2016, NASCAR introduced the charter system, guaranteeing starting spots and revenue shares for top teams. Although this has not been met with full approval from the teams, as Front Row and 23XI currently are locked in a legal battle with NASCAR for more control. But today, Jim France, Bill Sr.'s younger son, leads NASCAR, crediting with steadying the ship after Brian's rocky tenure. Steve Phelps, who was moved from president of NASCAR to the newly created commissioner of NASCAR role, said, "It's Jim France's vision, Jim France's plan, and Jim France who gets people to collaborate." And waiting in the wings, Ben Kennedy, Bill France's grandson, already a vice president and poised to lead the sport into the next generation. Through thousands of races, as drivers, owners, and millions of fans have come and gone, one thing has remained true. NASCAR has won. And at the heart of it all, from Daytona to today, it's the France family, still holding the keys to stock car racing's kingdom.